What's up, YouTube? Typically, I would stream on Friday nights, but I had a little extra time, and I really wanted to dive into some Pokemon Unite on the channel. I played a little bit the other night with some friends. Sadly, they were not able to join up tonight, but I'm hoping that maybe we can get some more of these Pokemon Unite streams going tonight. I've really gotten into this this little event they've got going called Pokemon Panic Parade, where it's a PvE, you and 5 other people against just a wave after wave of enemy Pokemon and boss fights. So it's pretty fun. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, like and subscribe. Let's get into some Pokemon battles. Let's see, double check the event shop, make sure I don't have any other power-ups I can grab. Still saving up a little bit for this last boost here. I've been playing a lot of Mewtwo in this event. I started out with a Zoomeril, but it wasn't really packing the punch that I was hoping for. I watched a couple other streamers like Chris Heroes and Spraggles, and they were talking about needing more critical attack power and faster attack speed. So did some research and found out Mewtwo is pretty good in those areas, as well as Cinderace and some others. But Mewtwo is more my play style, I think. I'm rocking the. It was an event from several years back during Christmas time. They had like an Aurora, Gardevoir kind of theme going. So that's what this outfit is. I worked all the way through that battle pass to get the different alternate colors, because I really like this black outfit, the gold trim on it. Also just found out that apparently they have a true red hair color, but you have to either buy it or find it in a battle pass if you get lucky, and I have not been fortunate in that aspect. Saw they've got a battle pass right now. They can get me some pink hair. Might rock pink hairdo, but not really a pink guy. Not that I have anything against pink. I'm just not a big pink guy. Mostly because as a redhead, it doesn't seem to go well with my complexion or my hair color. I feel like it makes me look more pink, honestly, like a little piggy. Not really my vibe. Let's get after it. Let's see. I'm gonna go bot lane with this one up. Hang back a little just in case I need to try to help somebody else. I will say it can be kind of frustrating. I'm playing on the expert level, which is the highest difficulty right now, and I've had some good matches where people know what's going on and we're able to take down the boss. They can split no problem. I've had other games where people just don't seem to know like where the enemy Pokemon are coming from or what the main threats are, and you'll have like a half health Tinkaton drop down to below like 10% health for the last 3 bosses. But as you can see, Mewtwo packs a wallop. I'm gonna let that Charmander deal with that. I'm gonna try to take out these guys. They're gonna give our opponents shields. Oh. Ninja coming down the lane here. Also, I do apologize. I know that I have a very derpy looking game mode face when I play video games, so feel free to make fun of me in the comments. Alright, we should have Hoopa coming down the lane here. I'm going to take out these enemies. Okay, I'll focus on Hoopa down here. Greninja's about to pop, so we're going to rotate over here and see if we can help him out, just make sure he didn't die. Well, Charmeleon just decided that he was going to crash out too. This particular wave can be very annoying because as you're damaging the Abras, they like to teleport, which can make it hard to clean them up because you have to go and search them through the map. There are also Venusaurs that come in and do a lot of damage to your Tinkaton. Alright, boss fight. Should be Avalugg, I think. Yeah, the Avalugg fight, I mean, it can be challenging, but I don't think it's the hardest one. I think it might be one of the easiest encounters in this game mode. That's just my personal experience. I'm sure others have their own opinions. I just feel he's very easy to predict, very easy to read. And as somebody with color blindness even, who has trouble like seeing the enemy attack designations, I still don't have a lot of trouble identifying what's going on with Avalugg at any given time. Whereas with like Hoopa, I have a lot of trouble finding his beam arm, and Zapdos, I think is the most challenging one. Because you've got to deal with the electrodes coming down the lane, and Zapdos itself will drop basically these crazy, like, they're not nukes, but they feel like a nuke's getting dropped on you. They are AoE damage, like electrical bursts coming from your teammates, and the one that's surrounding you will not hurt you, but the one on your teammates will hurt you. So it's very aggravating. So you can see right there, yeah. So now I have and me and Charizard are gonna kill each other. Thankfully he backed off. I'm very aware that my face wants to do some funny looking expressions, so I'm trying my best not to just sit there and stick my tongue out or. I think the Charizard can handle himself. I've noticed the Greninja is struggling quite a bit. Honestly, it would be ideal if the Greninja went to help the Charizard and they just. But I don't think they're going to. Oh, Charizard's down. Thankfully, I think he popped out right there at the 2 done. Oh, still got that slow bro. Regirock. This is going to be a very challenging round. I mean, Ticketon's done. We're not going to make it. We might make it to level 15, but we're about to have a boss come down the lane. And Charizard can't even kill his Electrodes. Yeah. Yeah. That tends to be how it goes sometimes with this game mode, which is great. I mean, we're getting points. It's just aggravating sometimes. So much damage you did. Which I think this game mode is very fun because you get to see some ridiculous numbers. Almost 1.2 million damage dealt in that time. So, yeah, I mean, it gets pretty wild. It gets pretty wild. Sorry, y'all. I was just posting on a Discord that I'm live on YouTube right now. Sorry about that. All right. Before I dive into the one, I'm going to go and buy that special attack boost. Or not special attack boost, the speed boost, so I can attack faster. And I think I'm probably going to finish out my health, maybe even do cooldowns. I think cooldowns might be better. It might be really nice to have those cooldowns just basically popping right back up. The future side attack and whatnot. But I gotta be honest, as far as a, free event, I think this is probably one of the better ones that I've seen coming out of Pokémon Unite. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think it's very difficult to learn. I think there's a plethora of Pokemon that do well. I do think that there are some that do better, and are the recommended ones to if you want to complete the extreme mode. I like that they have a fairy type bonus. So if you get 3 Pokemon that are fairies in your group, Tinkaton does more damage. It does some better attacks. So that's very helpful. And I've seen some games where that goes well. Sylveon, Mr. Mime. Trying to think of another good one off the top of my head. Drawing a blank right now. Alchemy, maybe. I think Alchemy, I've seen a lot of her in here. But Garchomp, Absol are both very good attackers in this game. Mewtwo, Gardevoir, that's what I was trying to think of. Gardevoir, Mr. Mime, and I think Sylveon are probably the go-tos to get that triple bonus. And then bringing in like a Mewtwo, and even a Blastoise or a Slowbro can really help because they're able to kind of like slow down the enemy Pokemon. I've seen a lot of people be able to use like Mr. Mime to put up walls and prevent people from, or not people, but prevent the bosses from just like walking down the stage, which really helps keep the enemy bosses in check. So you can clean up the little ads at the bottom and then dive in and finish them off real quick before they get the thing done. I finished this with a random group. I usually run solo queue. I finished this with a random group. My first time on Extreme, Tinkaton had like 94% health left. Other times I finished it, we've only had like maybe 15 to 20% left, and it really just depends on if your team knows what they're doing, if they've done it before, and if they're good at their Pokemon. So Zeraora can be great. Gardevoir can be fantastic. Mewtwo. I don't see a lot of Cramorant in this. I'm sure there's some kind of build up there. I haven't seen a lot of Cramorants in this game mode in particular. All right, we got 2 going down that way. Zeraora's going that way. I want to go help out the Charizard, I think. Also, something that I think some people don't know is, like, there's a lot of people like rush to get up to the main line where they're coming out, which is good because you want to keep them contained and keep them from going and getting near Tinkaton. The problem is some people get so focused on that they don't realize that their speed is slower than the actual Pokemon coming to attack. Like this right here. And so they end up we get swarmed down here at the bottom, and they're dead, and or they're so far behind that they're not doing really any good, and Tinkaton takes a crap ton of damage before anything can happen. Also, I don't know if this is just my personal experience. I've noticed in Wave 4, so in Wave 4, when you get the Combees that come running down the lane, a lot of people will focus on the Vespiquens, and that's good, right? You want to take Vespiquen out before she's able to do a whole lot of... I didn't get them to come in time. You want to take out the Vespiquen before she's able to send out a whole lot of Combees, because she'll just keep sending those out over and over and over and over. But a lot of people forget that Eldegoss is there, and if she's there, what she's going to do is she's going to shield the Combees, and those Combees are going to be extremely hard to deal with. But if you deal with the Eldegoss, they don't get those shields. You kill them very quickly. Usually I like to have somebody working on the Eldegoss real quick, get them knocked down a peg, and then once those are dealt with, go on to deal with, or have somebody at the Combee section taking out the Combees as we go along. So that once the shield goes, they just kind of melt away. Granted, you can still kill the Combees with the shields on if you're doing enough damage. It just, I think, makes it easier to take out the Eldegoss first, in my personal opinion. And I'm not a professional. I'm not like Chris Heroes or even Spraggles, you know, who do commentary and other stuff for the game. I'm just a guy who's who enjoys playing it. I'm somewhat casual. I do play competitive Pokemon games. I know a lot about Pokemon. I'm decent at MOBAs. I've played League of Legends. I played a lot of Heroes of the Storm. I think this is my favorite MOBA though, if I'm honest. I think some MOBAs kind of get a reputation for being like completely unfriendly toward new players. I think League of Legends is extremely hard for new players to get into and get acclimated to because there's just so much knowledge that you need to know of the various items and whatnot to be able to be effective in that game. I feel like you need like a manual for that one. Whereas Pokemon Unite, I mean, yeah, there are some builds and there's some strategy out there, but every Pokemon has like 3 or 4 different combinations of abilities that they can take. It's really simple. There are 2 buttons that you need to just attack with instead of a plethora of them. It just seems like a very simple, easy to learn, fun intro MOBA for most people. But again, it's a Pokemon game, so it's going to become vastly popular, and it's going to have a decent competitive scene. All Pokemon games do. I mean, just look at the card game, for instance. I mean, it's a kid's card game, but it is incredibly competitive. It goes pretty hard. And same with this. I've seen a lot of people that play professionally. I saw that apparently somebody won like $50,000 playing a Charizard the other day in a tournament. So I mean, that stuff right there just tells you like anything can be competitive if you want it to be. Curious, while I've got on here, what's your favorite of the legendary trio of birds from the first gen? I am actually a big fan of Zapdos. Zapdos has always been my favorite. I think it looks really cool. I love its electric typing. Technically electric flying typing. It's not just electric. Also, I will say this. I think one thing about this game, when it originally released on the Switch 1, I think it was popular, but I don't think it really capitalized on how popular it was, simply because the Switch 1 was a little lackluster in processing power. And so this game kind of ran like a turtle at times. Like the gameplay ran great, but the actual like in-game menus and stuff were very slow. It was hard to get the game loaded up and going. And I think that caused some people to just not be super interested in it, just because it felt like it was running on a potato. But I'll say with the Switch 2, completely different game. Super responsive. The menus are clean and quick. They work as they are intended to work. And even on the Switch 1, I'll say, even though it was slow, it never really bothered me that much. The game was extremely fun even then. Even though this is completely free to play, I will say I have enjoyed this game enough that I have actually put real money into it, and I have no problem saying that. That real money went into battle passes or skins for the game. I bought a couple of characters outright. Darkrai was one that I bought because I love Darkrai. I'm a big Dark type fan in general when it comes to Pokemon. I just think they're the most interesting. My favorite Pokemon is Weavile. Although in this game I do play a lot of Azumarill. And Tyranitar. I do play Tyranitar and Azumarill, Darkrai. Although I think Darkrai got nerfed recently, and that kind of disappointed me. Other than he was a just wild, crazy option. I don't know about that Cramorant. I might go help him out. Wait for this thing to go away. I'll hurt him. Alright, this is the final wave. Oh, that's not good. If we can focus on the Regigigas, we might get him in time. Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. Victory. Let's go. Wave 15 completed. Wave 15 done. Let's check out and see how much damage is that around 1.3 with Gardevoir. See Gardevoir doing the work down there. I'm gonna jump over and see how many battle points I have from this. Let's see what we got going on. 500. We could get speed and cooldown reduction. Yep. Let's go and grab that. And then we'll grab recovery boost effect. There we go. Let's see, what events have we completed here? Oh. Got all these, just say claim all. This is another thing about this game that I like. There are a lot of free ways to get resources. Does it take some time? Does it take a grind? Sure. But I think that's kind of its charm. You always have something to do. It doesn't get super dull. I usually play for a couple hours and then I'm good to go. Let's see. I know that I have a free play of that one. I think I have a free play. I might have Zacian. I'm not sure. I don't have Comfy. Hang on, let's see. Let's see if I've got him. What Pokemon do I have here? No, I don't have him. Where's he at? see how much she is. 15K. Alright, so these here are free to play for now. They are limited time, but free to play. I bought this one. Bought him. And then bought Darkrai. I think I saved that from you too. So I think I bought like 3 or 4 Pokemon with real money, and the rest of it has just been free in-game currency over time. Let's go in here and see. Oh, no, don't want to turn it. Again, they have a free battle pass and a premium battle pass. And a premium event pass. Well, since I don't have Zacian, I'm going to take that and that, because I'm pretty sure I have like temporary licenses on both of these. But I've pretty much done what I want to do in the Fairy Exchange. Also, the hardest thing to get in this game is these things right here, which are what you use to level up your held items that increase your Pokemon's stats and attack, making them stronger. They are not necessary. They don't give you that much of an edge, but they do help a little bit. I won't lie. And these are the way that you level them up, and the only way that you get them is through participating in participating in various events, or using these tickets that you get over time to buy them. So this is an energy tank. We'll grab one of those. I still think it's better to get these. Maybe 280, and then we'll grab 3 of these to get 150 coins. But yeah, I just wanted to get up to 4,000 so I get the hairdo for the outfit that I got early on. I wish to get some more of these treasure chest tickets because I want that Lucario, but I'm not paying real money on this, so. Typically tend to put my money into the battle pass or just buying a Pokemon outright, but I'll be honest, the battle pass or even the monthly subscription that you can do are probably the best values in my opinion. I think the monthly subscription is really good because you get 30 EOS gems a day for 30 days, which is 300, no, hang on, doing math bad. I think it's 900 EOS gems. I think that's right. My brain's a little tired. I do have a 1-year-old daughter, and she keeps me on the go 24/7, which is why I stream from 9:30 to 11:30 because that's when she goes to bed. I'd love to stream a little earlier, more in that prime time spot. I think most people like to get on about 7:30 or 8:30, but oh, that'd be cool to get some green hair. Can we get some luck on these balls here? Can we get some luck here? Nope. Oh, got a +2. We might get some green hair color. Let's keep an eye on these. Alright. Let's do something fun. Let's dive into an actual Unite battle. Let's see. Who do I want to play tonight? I've got Lucario advertised. Maybe we can play some Lucario if we can get a hold of him. He's pretty fun. Now, I will say one thing that is a little bit frustrating is it's much better to have a team play this game Because if you get squatted up with somebody who's griefing you, or they get super tilted real fast and just don't help, or if you get someone who's not very competent and doesn't really know the rotation, that can get a little frustrating because you end up getting just kind of stranded in team fights that you can't possibly win. Yeah, we're gonna play some Lucario here. Jump button. I think these are what I'm running. Yeah. I'd forgotten I'm running the cookie. So the cookie stacks and gives me more health. 200 per goal. The attack weight gives me additional attack. And the more I stack, the more I get. So I want to get a couple points, run up, score goal. Get a couple points, run up, score goal. Get a couple points, run up, and score goal. What we don't want to see happen is to collect a big bunch of points and not be able to score. That will significantly slow me down. So I'm hoping that our Absol will rotate top from jungle and come and help us out. I don't know if they typically call the middle section in Pokemon Unite jungle. I call it jungle just because that's how I was introduced to this concept in MOBAs on League of Legends, is that you're playing in the jungle. Pokemon Unite doesn't seem to have a jungle. It's just a, I guess, more grassy, like, it looks like you're in a, like a, well, thanks, Charizard. Could let me have some points, that'd be nice. Alright, get 2 points. Okay, scored a goal. Extra health. I don't know why Charizard's fighting that right now. We are not capable of fighting that Snorlax right now. This is what I'm talking about. We had no business fighting that. We are not ready for combat. Come on, Charizard. Okay. This is where a good jungler is definitely necessary. This is not gonna go well. I've already got a feeling we're gonna be struggling most of this game. I think this is one of those games where you don't really have super competent teammates. And maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I've seen some people turn it around, but just judging from the fact that we seem to be struggling early game and Charizard seems to be just bent on complete and total disregard for self-preservation. Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to go bad. Yeah, went the wrong way on that. It just kind of pushed the Snorlax away, but I flipped my stick the wrong way. It happens. Need some feed. Why is my Absol here taking my feed? Don't take my level up, man. Get out of here. Go back to jungle. That's what you get. You shouldn't have been here. Like, there was no need for that. I don't know why. Get out of there. That's another thing that is important in this game, as it is in other MOBAs, is knowing when to fight. If you are underleveled, hang back, catch up, and soak, and then dive on in. Because the worst thing you can do is just keep feeding them, you know. Oh, well, that's unfortunate for me. I needed to score. I don't think I'm going to get to. Oh, nope, I'm not going to. Oh, shoot. Got hung up on that wall. He may have rotated off, hopefully. Nope. Alright, it's gonna be one of those matches. We're just gonna get curb stomped because no one's paying attention. Like, we have a super jump here. I know that I'm kind of leaving him high and dry right now, but I am underleveled. No, where are you? Now that was a good moment to fight. We had our team here. Even though we're a little underleveled, we were ready. That's when to fight. It is not a good idea to... That's not the move I wanted to use. While they keep them distracted up there, I'm gonna work on this Dreadnought a little bit. Ah. Alright, we're still in here. We're starting to look a little bit more like a team. That's good. That's good. Alright, it's time for Zapdos fight. We should go. I mean, we've got the numbers, but no one seems to be interested. We don't have our whole team here. Now we're picking with Grease. It's been a pretty tight game. Figures. Uh-oh. Pretty sure it lost, but they didn't score a lot at the end, so it could be really close. We'll see. That's a close game. That's a low scoring game. Low scoring game. I did not play as well as I would like, but it's very hard to get any traction when you don't have a whole lot of support trying to get into the goal and you're just kind of getting dogpiled on. There's not a whole lot you can do. I also had people getting a lot of my last hits in, which is fine, but it makes your stats look bad. I don't know if you saw, but the damage stats are pretty much even all the way across the board. Can't seem to get an Aerodactyl boost emblem, which is really what I want. That'd be really nice. Let's see, do we finish any more events, or is it still just showing me the T-Cap thing? Yeah, Tea Party Exchange. I've gotten all these I can get. AOS coin boost wouldn't be bad. Battle point boost wouldn't be bad. What is this? Oh, is that a card background? That might be cool. Let's save up for that card background. Got 22 days left. I've already done all the weeklies. Yeah, we'll just save up. Honestly, I think I'm gonna try my Azumarill out. I like Lucario a lot, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about being able to click a button and have a bunch of whirlpools float out around you. And that seems really appealing to me right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make you my favorite. I also just really love Azumarill. I don't know, I just do. Definitely not what we want to use. I think we're going to use the Lucario build. I personally saw a better set of emblems. Emblems can be tough. So what emblems are, as you can see, I've got some current effects of each emblem that I've got going on here. And what these effects do are they allow me. They allow, that's Chris Hero, sorry. They allow me to have more HP, do more attack damage, all that kind of stuff. But you have to have the right ones, and that becomes kind of the problem in that it's all random as to whether or not you will get the right Pokemon, right? Like I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to show you. I don't really want to show Chris's video here. But props to Chris. He is someone that I do get a lot of my builds from. Like he's got Aerodactyl in the first slot. I don't have Aerodactyl. I have not been fortunate enough to get Aerodactyl. Thankfully, I do have the Ho-Oh that he runs. Ho-Oh's really good. And the reason he runs Ho-Oh and Aerodactyl is they benefit the stats that he has, that he wants. But they are oh, I can make this shorter. They are multi-typed. They are white and brown. Brown boosts attack, and white boosts health. So Ho-Oh, that's Moltres. Ho-Oh has both. He's got a Pidgeot. And then there's bronze, silver, and gold. Gold being the highest boost, silver being mid, and bronze being the least. Let's see. Next up is Smeargle. He's all the way down at the bottom. Oh. After you get 3, you can turn them into a silver. And I do have 3. I need to upgrade him when I get a chance. But that's not my focus right now. Right now, I just want to get these in here. I'm looking for the wrong one. I need to get a brown now. I wish you could dual pick brown and whatever, but you can't. I don't know why you can't. I just know you can't. I think I have a silver Kangaskhan. Do I not? Guess I don't. I thought I did. Oh wait, Kangaskhan's white. There he is. I don't know why, but I've got big boy Blastoise stuck in my head. Let me go back to brown. We're looking for Marowak. Nice. And you'll see the goal here is to get as many as we can. As many as we can that will give us white or brown. Let's look here. Brown is giving us 2% attack increase. White is giving us 2% or up to 4% health increase. So that's why you want 6 of each. But again, I'm lacking. I don't have Aerodactyl, and I don't have Dunsparce. Those are the 2 that he has that would benefit me. You'll notice that right now, so far, we've been able to just increase our HP, increase our attack while decreasing our special attack only. And that's kind of what we were hoping to do. I think Chris's loses some defense but adds movement speed. So that would be nice if we get that. But until I unlock Dunsparce and until I get Aerodactyl, I have to kind of tweak mine just a little bit. So I think I was using Sandslash. No, not Sandslash. Let's see what we can get here. We want something that's going to increase our attack and lower our special if we can find it. No. That wouldn't be terrible. No. No. Nah. Meh. Oh. Nope. I don't know if you can see the blue is showing that it's increasing, the red is decreasing. Again, the Duck Trio wouldn't be bad. Maybe we're gonna end up going with the Doug Trio, guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the Doug Trio. I really would like to boost that attack stat. Nido King's not bad, but it drops my defense. Which the defense drop isn't that bad. Let's do Doug Trio, and then let's find another white one that maybe will help. Maybe correct the loss of defense. Firo's good. That fixes defense but loses the speed boost. Tauros is good. Maybe we just do that. Maybe we just take the defense loss to get the +6. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, sorry it took a second. That's going to be our Lucario and our Azumarill build there. Alright, let's get into one. Still ranked. I am currently in Expert Class 2. I was a little higher. I didn't play for a long time and came back, and this is kind of where I was left off. I think I had gone up to just beyond Expert. I think I just got in there for just a second, got kicked out. Used to have a team that I ran with pretty regularly. That kind of people lose interest, you know, in games like these. But I have noticed that some of them are playing again, so I'm hoping maybe we can get them all back together. Start running some rank stuff again. We'll see. We'll see. But go the Zoomerl here. Make sure we grab our Lucario. Also make sure that that hasn't changed. Yeah, we're good. Egg attack, got the scope, got the bracer, got the stacker. Whirlpool, set path. I'm gonna see if I can go jungle if they'll let me. We'll see if they'll let me. Will they let me go jungle? Will they let me go jungle? Will they let me go jungle now? Will they let me go jungle now? Will they let me go jungle? Will they let me in the jungle time? Please let me into the jungle. So used to you go do this and you just couldn't click, and it'd take like 15 years to actually show your trainer on the other side of the character board. Smack that guy on the tail for him, get him running. Come over here and kill Zatu. Alright. gonna go down bot. See if we can help them out. Maybe gank somebody here. Got two there. Nice. I feel a little bad, but not super bad. No, why would you engage? Alright. Gonna go back and hit my jungle. Clean it up, they should be good now. Definitely get out, top out. I couldn't get in on him there, but I wanted to. See if we can steal their farm. Sneaking into their jungle. Got their red buff. Can we get their blue buff? We can. They didn't want it, so we took it. Oh, look. We got a Mr. Mom over here out of place. Out of position, ready to go. Cool. Looking good and thick for a blue mouse. I think technically I'm a bunny. I like thinking that he's a bunny. I don't know if he's a bunny, but I feel like he's a bunny. What do you think, chat? Is he a bunny or is he a rabbit? I think he's a bunny because I think he's a big blue Easter egg.
You're on fire!
Oh, look, we got a Venusaur square off over here. I don't know why I'm auto-targeting that. I wanted the Venusaur. He ran very quickly. Happy bunny, happy bunny, happy bunny, happy bunny. Truthfully, I'm a little surprised they haven't surrendered.
You're on fire!
I've got 20 seconds to defeat this Regieleki. Got him.
The final stretch! You're on fire! What a goal!
Easy 100 points.
What a goal! You're on fire!
Okay.
What a goal! What a goal!
We might lose this just because they're scoring more and we're not defending.
5, 4, 3,
I don't know. We had a pretty commanding lead.
1.
We'll see what's
Time's up.
happening. See what's happening. Oh yeah, no question. No question. MVP, 22 KOs, 1 assist. Let's see the damage. 109,000. See? Ranked can be very fun. I'm gonna go ahead and give the team a good job. I think they tried. I think they got overwhelmed at the beginning and really just couldn't find the traction to get back in it. But that felt pretty good. That felt real good. That felt really, really good. I thought about saving that replay, but I'm streaming it right now, so it's kind of saved already. Did we go up a little bit there in the ranked? Yeah, we did. Almost the expert class 1 or 3, whatever it is. All right. exit the lobby. Might have a connection issue going on, we'll see. I've noticed sometimes the Switch, for some reason, the Switch 2, I'm working on getting hardline to the Switch 2 in my office. Right now the only hardline I have is my computer, but I'm thinking about getting another hardline and running it through the attic to my computer, or to my Switch 2. That way I can have a more stable connection. Right now I'm just running off of Wi-Fi, but it's got to come through like 6 walls to get to the office. So it's not bad, but it's not good. It could be better. It could be so much better. I still think this is, nope, we got a fairy campaign completion. What do we get? 3rd challenge pool, win a ranked 3 times. Okay, got 100. Which I think was something that we wanted, wasn't it? Let's see. I think we wanted something. I think specifically I was thinking about getting that. Yeah. I hate coins. Coins aren't bad. But I think even the energy tank wouldn't be bad. But I really think I kind of want that cool looking background. I think most of the backgrounds I have are kind of me. What else we got going on here? I know people don't really enjoy going through menus, but I like to check and try to get as much going as I can. Alright, I think honestly, as much as I enjoyed that ranking batch, I really want to play another. I mean, ranked is always going to be here, it's always going to be something that's going on, but this is not forever. Panic Parade is not forever. Panic Parade is super fun. I think everyone should play Panic Parade. I think it is top-notch fun, top-tier gaming. Okay, maybe not top-tier gaming, but it is a lot of fun. Gets turn your brain off. Do fun stuff. Fun. Krabby, Kingler, Firo, Golem. I find out where people are getting this drip. Hey, there's a fellow Aurora fan there. Someone took Mewtwo from me. Oh, there we go. Got my Mewtwo. Mewtwo Y. Alright, we're good. As y'all know, I still play Pokemon Pocket. I have not been playing ranked this season just because I kind of want to wait until they make some of the changes where you don't drop out of the rank that you're in once you obtain it. And honestly, I've just kind of had a feel for something else. I've wanted to do some other stuff while streaming. There's a lot of games that I want to play. I wanted to do another Breath of the Wild playthrough. I wanted to do another Last of Us playthrough. I'm about to purchase Horizon Forbidden West and do a playthrough of that. If you're interested in that, feel free to follow my channel or subscribe and like if you'd like, just to stay up to date. Yeah, reconnect. Let's reconnect. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. This happened the other day, and I just had to kind of reset the game. Yeah, I think this is actually a Switch 2 issue. So here, real quick, I'm gonna put it to sleep, pop it back on. Speaking of popping it back on, I don't know if y'all have noticed this. I've had some trouble with the Switch 2 and my Pro controller. I used to just hold the home button on the Switch 1 with my Pro controller, and it would fire right up, you know. Now the Switch 1 controller will not power up the Switch 2, and I don't know why that is. It's been a little frustrating. I've been thinking about getting the Pro Controller 2, but it is expensive, and I don't know if it's worth it. The Switch 1 Pro Controller was fantastic. I think it might be one of the most perfect controllers. The thing that's really got me conflicted for the Switch 2 controller is simply the fact that, one, it does have buttons on the back, which is cool. You know, Mac buttons are always nice. But the thing that's really got me is the D-pad is not like a D-pad. It's buttons instead, and I really like the idea of... Oh, cool, it reconnected. Good. I really like the idea of having buttons instead of like the little cross pad. I like it on the... I like those buttons a lot on the Joy-Cons, the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. I think those are really, really good. I think that was a really smart move on Nintendo's part to make the controller look that way and function that way. So good on them. I think that was a brilliant way to do it. See if it's going down for real. Whoever this team is, seems like everybody knows what they're doing, except my poor little computer self, who lagged out for a second there. That's the second time my Switch has done that today. I really do just think it's a connection issue, and I think once I get a hard line, it's going to be better. I don't typically have a problem with the Wi-Fi out here, but it is unstable. We are not on a connection that just stays locked in. It kind of fluctuates and moves from town to town. So some weeks I'm in in one state, I'm in another state, because it's crossing state lines to get the best possible internet connection. There's also some features I'd like to get, like the game chat. Having the game chat button on the Switch 2 controller, I think would be nice. In the Skyward, gonna have a talk over here in the corner. Gotta tell her to calm down. It's going to be interesting to see what my damage numbers are, given that I didn't get to come into this until like wave 7. Look at what happens at wave 12. Oh, it's a boss battle. Avalog? No, afraid you're right. Yeah, these guys know what they're doing. These guys are real good. Tigaton is such a goofy looking Pokemon. It's so funny to me. Just a big, goofy, like, troll doll with a massive hammer. I want to take out this Regidraco? Is that what it is? Regidraco? Yeah. Drago. No. Decidueye, good grief, dude. Straight up KO'd me. Okay. Got my Glaceon disconnected there. Not bad. Alright, let's see the damage numbers after being absent for most of that game because of a disconnect.
You win.
Let's see it. Still managed to get 1.1 million. The only person that outdamaged me was the Decidueye. So I don't feel too bad for missing like half of that match. Only downside is you don't get a whole lot of energy for your prize pool with this. Cooldown reduction and HP. We're definitely taking cooldown reduction for sure. Huh? Oh, I think he was trying to buy the next one. Cool. Alright, chat. I think I'm going to call it for the night on the stream. Good games. Great ranked battle. But I think I'm going to sign off a little early tonight. Again, this is just a fun little stream for the night. Typically, I am on every Friday night at 9:30, and I stream to about 11:30, unless, you know, we're in the middle of a story moment and we want to keep going. Currently, I am doing a playthrough for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So if that is something you are interested in, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. God bless.